just
You
do that.
recording?
Yeah. So do you want to do the introduction for this one, please?
Yeah, good afternoon to our listeners and viewers, wherever you may be. We hope you are listening and watching it, listening to us and watching us. Hopefully, one or two things you might find of interest that we've got to say. I'm Trevor Gear, and I call him Cuz.
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz, yeah. Well, I call him bro.
You call me bruv, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I think we've got Rose.
Oh,
Well,
good.
you have, but I can't see myself. Can you see me?
Yeah. All right. I just
I,
hang on. Let me
I can
let
see
me
your name there.
let me
See your
invite you.
name.
Do you see anything on your screen now? If you click on what you can see on your screen now. Um.
Okay.
Ah,
Ah.
there we
Look at that.
Here I
Welcome along. Hello,
Always,
Rose.
always a pleasure to have an English Rose.
Yes, absolutely.
It is. Yeah. Good to see you,
well, it's
Rose.
it's a rare opportunity for me to join, and I just thought, oh, I can do it today, so I'll pop on.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Excellent.
Right. So, I believe Trevor's got the topic today, as usual.
Yeah. Well, I thought we might look at something called human ingenuity, whatever
Right.
that may be. So let
Right.
me ask you both. Can you give me your views as to what is human ingenuity? Let's start with Rose.
Oh, well, it's the ability against all odds to invent something that's going to make your life better. Simple
Yeah.
as so. If I think about way back, long before I was born, things like the wheel, and
Oh,
how it
yeah.
changed life. Penicillin.
Yeah.
That's another great one, and one of the great ones today. I think back to going on holidays and having to plan the route and get the map out and write all the places that we were going to pass on the way. And now you just put it into a sat nav, and the sat nav tells you where to go. Human ingenuity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're good definitions. Sometimes the sat nav takes you into places you don't want to go. It can give you a route through a thick forest or something like that, or a small river. But apart from that, it is a very good
That's
invention, isn't it?
It
mm,
is. It is. Yeah.
What about you then, Cuz?
Well, I just feel like it's all about necessity, isn't it? So you feel the need. The need has to be there. Um, Although not in all cases, but in the cases that Rose mentioned, I think the need was definitely there so it was a necessity. Gave birth to the inventions that we have today.
Yep, yep. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think both of what you said is excellent, and I would just back that. I guess it's about the cleverness, the creativity, and the ability to adapt that humans possess, which is what it's about. And it enables us
mm,
to solve some problems, to create new things, and to adapt to changing circumstances. And I guess that's one of the reasons, or three of the reasons, really, that the human species is successful. We can say we are a successful species because we have learned to do those things. With problems, we face difficult challenges as a species and as individuals sometimes. So it's about how do we come up with novel solutions to those problems.
yeah.
We solve those problems with creativity and innovation. Yeah, we can make human life better. Things like the sat nav and stuff like that. And also, sometimes we invent things which may be physical objects, they may be concepts, they may be systems in today's world, which are very important. And maybe most of all, the adaptability, the resourcefulness is so important because if you think of it as humans, we're a bit, we're creatures which perfectly adapt to this incredible planet we live on. It would have to be. We were created within the confines of what the planet offers, the atmosphere and all that goes with it. And I liken it in a way to how a train sits on the wheels of a train, sits on these perfectly parallel lines called train lines. One befits the other to perfection. And occasionally in life, I guess, there's a changing environment. We know the Earth is dynamic and it does change. And we have to learn to adapt, to make the most of sometimes limited availability of resources. So I guess human ingenuity is about all those things and about the cleverness of humanity to adapt. Of course, it's not always a positive, is it? We populate most areas of the planet and we've made life very comfortable for most humans on the planet. But of course, sometimes with the technology that's been developed, it creates its own set of problems. For example, climate change, pollution, difficult areas which the Earth might reject or eventually will rise up against, which nature will. Nature will always have its way with us. But whether we are on a path to sustainability of the growing human race is a matter, I guess, for another discussion. But for the moment, we're looking at the brilliance, the cleverness of human ingenuity. And we could look at perhaps three areas. We could look at agriculture, where great strides have been made forward, which have grown, we can grow more food to feed ourselves, to feed other people on the planet. The infrastructure, the incredible infrastructure that we see around us, not just today, but when you think of the debts we owe to our ancestors and the way that they could build these incredible buildings, which they didn't have even the technology, anything like it that we have today. And we see that in other areas, like, for example, the building of aeroplanes. If we take Concorde as a particular example, the design of which was started in the 50s and then completed during the early 60s. It first flew, I believe, in 69. But it was all done by slide rule. It wasn't done by computers. You think of the precision involved in an aeroplane generally, but particularly with what Concorde could do, flying.